If you're watching this video, you already know what happened. The Celtics lost 121 to 113, Game 4. That leads the series 3-1 to the Knicks. And this game, I'm going to talk about the Tatum stuff after, but this game was, in the beginning, was good. The Celtics were playing like the Celtics, and you couldn't ask more what they did in the first half, up by 11. The Knicks did respond pretty good, but we just always had that lead. We always was like looking good in the beginning. That's all I gotta say. The second half is just, we just couldn't stop them. Like, every shot that they took, it felt like it was just going in. Mikal Bridges made all of his mid-range fadeaways. Suck because Derrick White is guarding. Derrick White is a good defender, but he's not as tall as like Mikal Bridges. And he would just be shooting all these mid-range shots and it would be just going in. Like, he's the prime DeMar DeRozan. It was unfair. We just couldn't stop them. And offensive-wise too, we just couldn't really score in the second half. It was basically just Tatum. So it felt like Tatum would score. Like, it was beginning. It was just like everyone's passing the ball, everyone's getting these good shots, but it was just like, it's like game 2, like when the Knicks coming back, the team just looked lost. They just looked mentally not there, and I don't know. It was like Tatum didn't really do. Not Tatum, Brown. He didn't do anything really. Let me see the stats. So Brown had 20 points, but they were not efficient 20 points. Let me see the exact. He was 7 for 16, 2 for 8. It was alright. He only made 7 field goals, I think. It wasn't like the most efficient game, but it was okay game. Someone you're paying, especially number 2 option, you expect more. Derrick White, really good game, like beginning. It was just second half, it just felt like he was kind of quiet. Al Horford, I remember him winning 1-3 in the first quarter, and yeah, that was it. Like, this team just didn't feel. It's not the same team like last year. Last year, especially, even tell myself going to fourth quarter, like, if the game was close, I trust the Knicks more than I trust the Celtics, like in the clutch time. But last year, especially Indiana Pacers series, like, it was just Jaylen Brown hit that clutch 3 in the corner in game 1. Game 3, draw to the steal. I forgot game 2. I think 2 blew them out. In game 4, like, Al Horford made those clutch shots when the game was close. And this team is just like, I don't trust them making those shots. Like, if we're down by maybe like 5, 3, 6, like 2 minutes left, I don't trust the Celtics making their shots. I don't trust the Celtics making good decisions. And honestly, Celtics should have won the series. It should be like a sweep or win by 5. But the Knicks, they're really, you gotta give them credit for that, to be honest. They're actually beating us. Like, as much as we can say, oh, why are we doing this? Why we're doing that? Oh, if we made these shots, we wouldn't be winning. But we have to give them credit. They're making their shots. They're not making their shots. They're just making it tough on the Celtics. Like, they're capitalizing on our mistakes, and you got to give them credit for that. Tatum was really good this game. Like, he was vintage Tatum. He was going off. He wanted this. One thing I would say is that Tatum would just like he took like 2 half-court shots, like half-court, like logo 3s, and it was like, why? Like, dribble down the court, just chucked up, like from the logo. It's like, made no sense. And I feel like they were trying to, I don't know if they got the team out of it, because every time Brown or Tatum had like a big on them, they were just ISO when we would step back 3, or they were driving the paint, and they won't pass it out. They won't swing the ball, because usually when that happens, they double, and they just didn't do anything, to be honest. Like, they just, hey, I got a big on me, I'm gonna score. And then, like, hey, let me draw 2, pass it out, keep swinging the ball and trying to score. It wasn't like that. What else? Tatum's injury. At first, I was kind of like shocked. I thought it was an ankle injury, because the thing about Tatum always gets up. Every time he gets a tough fall, either tweaks ankle, he always gets up. But this time, when he scored the layup, the announcer said, Tatum's down, he's injured. And then I looked at him, and he's twirling around in agony, like in pain. And I was like, this is not like a normal injury. And now they're saying it's an Achilles tear, which obviously the worst. Nothing you want, the worst possible injury. And then later they show like walking off the court, he couldn't even like use his weight on his foot. And you see him on a wheelchair, like near tears. And it's like the Celtics lost the series. They might win Game 5. I feel like I'm confident that they win Game 5. Just all the emotions of Tatum. And then Game 6 they lose the Knicks. I feel like the Game 6 when they lose, it's a close game. I would say the third quarter, like the Knicks just blow them out, have a 16-4 run, and the game's like out of reach. The Celtics never could pull in close. And then the Knicks win 6 games because Porzingis, I have Porzingis stats right out here. He scored 7 points. Last game, 5 points. Second game, 8 points. First game, he played like 13 minutes. It's the second game of the series, he played 14 minutes too, but he just wasn't efficient. The whole series, the whole playoffs, he scored over 10 points twice. Game 2 against the Magic, he scored 20 points. In the last game, Game 4, he scored 19 points in the Magic. Porzingis is an X factor. As much as like I don't like him, not like I don't like him. It's just like it sucks because he's never available. He's always dealing with injury. When he's on the floor, he's explosive. Just hit my funny bone. He is like an X factor. Like the pick and pop, he's a threat. Like on 3, you can shoot it from the logo. You can shoot it from anywhere. And when you get switches on him too, like screen switches, you have a small guy on him. He's easily like scoring. He's just basically I'm bigger than you, and just like shoots a little like a 6-footer, like in front of someone like me, like 6'5", and he's making all these shots. But like when he switched up the smaller defender, he just can't make his shots. And this game too, like they sent a lot of screens for him, but he would just pick and roll. Like he didn't pick and pop, and I feel like that's where he's more deadly when he's open in 3. So I don't know why the Celtics, I don't know, his coaching, they just didn't utilize his shooting abilities. I don't know if he just can't shoot. He's like 0-2 this game, but he hasn't shot a lot of 3s. Yeah, it just sucks. Definitely people are going to get traded this next season, off season. Because CBA, new owner, we just got a new owner, and the CBA, we're going to play a lot of these guys. We're definitely in debt. And if Tatum doesn't play next season, we're not winning the championship. We might win a good 45 max games. And then if you win that, you're like the 4th seed. How far do you really go? Like, think about like the Sixers, they had all these injuries. Like, why trying to contend for like a play-in tournament where we can just tank? And look what they got 3rd seed. I don't know if they have a pick next season. But it's not worth it. If you don't have Jason Tatum, you're not winning a championship. That's it. And like I said, I don't know what you can do without Tatum. Like how far can you really go? I remember, because like even Brown had like one good playoff game, and that was when Tatum was injured, that with the wrist injury. He had a good game, but are you expecting Brown to have a 30-point game or like a 35, 40-point game like back to back? And the fact that we need him to do that, like score 40 points back to back, that just shows like how much we need Tatum. Because Sam Hauser's injured, even though he hasn't played good in the series. So we have Luke Cornett, Pritchard, Al Horford, and maybe like Brian Shallerman, something like that. Because the second half, the Knicks just got everything they want. They just bullied us. So expect trading people. I won't be surprised if we trade Brown, because Brown is getting paid so much money. Like before Tatum signed that max contract, Brown was signed the most like expensive contract in the NBA history, and he's not performing like the expensive player in the league. And I love Brown. Brown's really good, but the reason why I paid him is because we didn't want him to walk. We don't want him to walk for nothing. And how loyal he was to the team. But if we're paying him, he's not getting the worth, and we can get someone at least better and at least get under the CBA, I would trade him. People are safe. Derek White's definitely safe. Payne Pritchard's safe. Luke Cornett's safe, but he's a free agent, so I might sign him. Sam Hauser's still in the contract. Might trade him. I don't know. I don't think we'll trade Hauser. But Drew Holiday, Porzingis, and Brown, those guys might get traded. And it sucks because Holiday's good defender. He's still a good defender, but he just hasn't been making the shots this year from three. And I know their Celtics are a three-point team, and that's our identity. And no one get our identity as a three-point shooting team. But when the shots don't go in, like what else do you do? Like you can't just like settle. I get it, shooting threes are good, and you shouldn't be like scared to shoot on threes. But when the only thing you look at for threes is not trying to drive to the rim. I was gonna make a little joke, like I'm gonna give Tatum my Achilles, but it's like I'm kind of like taking it all in. Now this season's over, and next season's not gonna look the same because we got worse from the last championship season, and this next season is gonna make or break. It's gonna be a big shakeup in Boston. It's crazy. I don't want us to be like the Bucks. We win the championship, and then year after year we dealt with injury. We never got far in the playoffs. Our team wasn't that good. I just hope that doesn't happen for the Celtics. I just hope that we have everyone's picking to go back to back, but it's just we didn't want that. We just wasn't hungry enough, and just we couldn't make our shots. It was just bad everything, to be honest. Disappointed, but prayers to Tatum because that fall was. Hopefully that's not a severe Achilles. Hopefully like a minor Achilles tear. Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Stay swaggy. See y'all next video.